Witnessed it. We just witnessed Teddy Bridgewater reap and completely destroy the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First off, I'd like to say good game to all of you Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. It was a great game. I really appreciate everybody being calm about it, even though a lot of Buccaneers fans were in my comments talking trash the other day. I hope that the trash you were talking lived up to what you were saying, because the New Orleans Saints got a big win at home, 31-24, even though one of the touchdowns they scored was garbage time. That's similar to the Seattle Seahawks situation. A lot of the game wasn't close, but the New Orleans Saints did exactly what they needed to do to win this game, to get it done, and to get it done in a big way. I can't even explain to you how proud I am of Teddy Bridgewater. He did exactly what everybody was flaming him for. Sean Payton let him loose. He let him throw the deep ball. And I couldn't be more proud and happy of the result. Teddy Bridgewater was 26 of 34, 314 yards, 4 touchdowns, 4. It was the Teddy Bridgewater show out there. And 1 interception, which was a 50-50 split effort bad play by him and Alvin Kamara. The pass was a little behind. Alvin Kamara could have caught it, and he didn't. 2 other players also completed passes. Taysom Hill completed an 18-yard pass, and Alvin Kamara actually threw a 13-yard pass. So that was very interesting. I wasn't expecting to see that. Alvin Kamara had 16 attempts for 62 yards. The offense was more complete than I've seen in weeks today. And it was so fun to watch. It was so satisfying to see the Saints put the ball in the end zone. Sorry if I'm disoriented or if I sound weird or look weird. I'm really, really, really sick right now, actually. I was watching that game on my deathbed. I'm trying to be as enthusiastic as physically possible, even though everywhere hurts. But there's no off days, so I got to talk about this game now. We were firing on all cylinders. Every single aspect of this football team played fantastic, minus special teams. We only had to kick 1 field goal. Will Lutz was 1 for 1. Deontay Harris showed more struggles. He muffed a punt. He fumbled. It just wasn't looking the greatest for him. Just some rookie mistakes. He can clean up around the edges. Ball security he needs to work on, but I still have a lot of faith in him. I still think he could be great. He just needs to go out there and clean up the rough around the edges. He could be coached into something phenomenal with that speed that he has. He did have a couple of good returns. Also, the biggest game from anyone besides Teddy Bridgewater is I don't know what just happened, but it's the person of the jersey that I'm wearing right now, Michael Thomas. He played amazing, guys. He really did. Let me read you his stats real quick. Michael Thomas had 13 targets, 11 receptions, 182 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the game. That is insane. Michael Thomas absolutely went off. Everybody was calling him overrated and saying that he's only good because of Drew Brees. You can shut up now, because whenever Teddy Bridgewater is on, that man Michael Thomas was able to do what he could with the passes he was receiving. So amazing play by Michael Thomas. Probably the highlight of the day, except for Teddy Bridgewater, of course, because you cannot overlook a backup quarterback throwing 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Absolutely fantastic. The day and night meme of Teddy Bridgewater that I posted, I was able to post it 4 times. I was only able to post it 2 times over the last couple of games. But come on, man. Teddy Bridgewater went absolutely... If you're not understanding the trend or the ritual, it's an Instagram ritual. Go follow my Instagram, Nos Post, and you'll see all 4 of them. But Teddy Bridgewater went insane. Jared Cook got involved a little bit more also. He had 6 targets for 4 receptions, 42 yards, and a touchdown. It's not exactly what I wanted, but seeing him get into the end zone made me extremely happy. He had an opportunity for a touchdown earlier in the game as well. It was just a bit of a high pass. I feel like if Drew Brees was throwing that ball, that was a touchdown as well. But I can't knock Teddy Bridgewater when he did as good as he did. Fantastic. Another very, very, very big play was Ted Ginn Jr. breaking loose, using that speed that we haven't really seen all year. It's his first touchdown of the year. Ted Ginn had 2 targets, 2 receptions for 35 yards, and a touchdown. That touchdown that he got was big, pretty much the icing on the cake. It's exactly what put this game away, in my opinion. Marcus Davenport, the defensive line. I can't be convinced that there is anybody else in the league with a better defensive line than the New Orleans Saints. If not just the defensive line, just the pass rush. The pass rush is absolutely phenomenal. We had 6 sacks this game. 6. Marcus Davenport showed up and showed out. 2 sacks on the day. Malcolm Brown had a sack. Malcolm Brown has been the most underrated signing of all last offseason. He's been playing phenomenal every single game this year. Malcolm Brown has been fantastic. What he was doing a lot was putting pressure on Jameis Winston, making him flush out, and so many opportunities got opened after he flushed out. Marcus Davenport and Cameron Jordan both benefited from sacks at that point. Amazing game, amazing play by Malcolm Brown. That dude is insane, and having Sheldon Rankins in there with him too, who also got a sack. I know we all got happy and we all lit up a little bit when we seen him do that Sheldon shimmy, the signature, as soon as he got that sack. That was a huge deal. So Davenport had 2 sacks. Malcolm Brown had a sack. Sheldon Rankins had a sack. Carl Granderson also had a sack. Cameron Jordan had a sack. So that's 6 total sacks. 6. Phenomenal play by the defensive line. The pass rush has been on recently. The New Orleans Saints won the time of possession battle 33 to 26 minutes, of course. Again, another huge reason why we're winning these games. We are winning the time of possession battle. The New Orleans Saints have been playing phenomenal. We are now 3-0 with Teddy Bridgewater starting. 3-0. We were all sitting here freaking out like, maybe we can go 3-3 if Teddy Bridgewater starts. Maybe we can go 2-4. I'm kind of enthusiastic. Maybe we can go 4-2. We're 3-0 already. We do have a tough test against the Bears next week. I'll talk about that in the predictions videos. But wow, 457 total yards for this New Orleans Saints offense, 345 passing yards, 112 rushing yards. We only had 1 turnover, which was that interception that wasn't really 100% on Teddy Bridgewater. Fantastic play. Jameis Winston was 15 of 27 for 204 yards and 2 touchdowns. Took 6 entire sacks. The New Orleans Saints run defense was fantastic. Jones had 35 yards. Peyton Barber had 32 yards. So we were doing exactly what we needed to do, and we held the Tampa Bay Buccaneers running backs to under 70 yards, which is exactly what it was, a huge key to winning this game. Chris Godwin had a huge game. He had 9 targets for 7 receptions and 125 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's been playing so much better than Mike Evans this year. Mike Evans got absolutely locked up, straight clamped by Marshawn Lattimore. Marshawn Lattimore proved that he is one of the top corners in the league today. He held Mike Evans 3 targets, no receptions, no yards. He kept him completely out of the box score. Mike Evans did absolutely nothing today, and that's a huge factor to us winning. Of course, Chris Godwin was single-handedly carrying their offense. I wouldn't really say it's because of Eli Apple or anything. Eli Apple played fantastic. It was just him getting open in zone coverage at certain opportunities, and that garbage time touchdown, which was, I think, like a 26-yard touchdown, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. So, Chris Godwin played amazing. He's a number 1 receiver in the number 2 spot. So, just a heck of a game by the New Orleans Saints. 31 points. Teddy Bridgewater throwing for 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. I can't explain how happy I am. This means a ton for the Saints going forward. 3-0 with Teddy starting. Drew Brees already out there at the practice field throwing the football. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, the more and more I see Teddy, the more and more I believe in him as the future of this team. Am I just gonna get high about that because he went ahead and threw 4 touchdowns on a very, very, very bad Bucs secondary? No, I'm not. But his leadership has been fantastic these past couple of weeks. So there were some calls that I didn't really agree with on the Buccaneers side of things. There was that whole fumble thing. There was no clear recovery. I didn't really agree with that one 100%. And there was the ejection of their best corner off of a targeting penalty. I wasn't really sure if I agreed of a full-blown ejection at that moment in time. I want nothing but a fair game always, and those two things right there kind of threw the game off a little bit for me in the beginning, but maybe it's just because I'm sick and my brain isn't functioning at full capacity. I do believe that hit on Jared Cook was not a clean hit, but I also don't believe that it was 100% straight targeting. I think it was a heat-of-the-moment type thing. If you're not a player that has a reputation for targeting, or if it's not your second time doing it in that game, I don't think the first one should automatically be an ejection. But I understand the safety risk, so it makes sense that the NFL is cracking down on it and highly punishing it as soon as it happens. So that's going to be something controversial that Bucs fans and the NFL in general are going to talk about. Again, another really complete game. Michael Thomas absolutely went off. 2 touchdowns on the day. Alvin Kamara did his thing. He's showing more and more every week that he is a number 1 back. And it's not that his stats are the prettiest. He's going out there, extending drives, and doing exactly what we need him to do. He's picking up the yardage we need him to do. It's been fantastic. I think Latavius Murray had 7 carries for 28 yards. Sorry if I'm all over the place, guys. I do not feel good at all, but I had to get this video out for you. So another great team win. The New Orleans Saints rallied behind Teddy Bridgewater, and he did exactly what he needed to do to get us another win in the win column. 3-0 with Teddy, baby. Start the Teddy hype train. I love the dude. He's doing exactly what we need him to do to win. Teddy 2 Gloves absolutely went crazy today. He hurt his ankle towards the end of the game. That has nothing to do with anything. I was just putting that out there. So, WHODAT baby. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching the game and nonetheless watching this video that came from the game, of course. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios. Go ahead and drop me what you think the best play of the game was. If you watched this far, let me know by telling me what your favorite play of the game was. Peace out, everybody. Adios.